Hello everyone. In this video we will solve the spiral matrix problem. We are given an m into n matrix and we have to return all elements of the matrix in spiral order. Now let's dry run this using a board visualization. We will start by copying the first example, then work through the matrix step by step to build the intuition behind the solution. So first we will mark all the corners with different variable. We will define all the sides with name. So this will be top, this will be right, this will be bottom, and this will be left. And since we have to traverse in spiral condition, means we have to traverse like this, then this, then this, then this, then this. And we have to traverse from top to right, then right to bottom. After that we move from right to left, then we move from bottom to top. And this thing will go on till when top is less than equal to bottom and left is less than equal to right. This means we do not have to cross the lines. And after each iteration from top to right, we have to increment and decrement the values of top and right. In the starting, we initialize all the values of top, right, left and bottom. Now let's move to the code explanation and implement the same logic we discussed on the board. So first we have to take the size of the row and column. For that we will take matrix.size, and for column we take matrix 0.size. After that we will define a vector of int as we have to return it and initialize the variable as result and take the variable result. Now we take variables top, which is equal to the 0, bottom equal to the row minus 1, left equal to the 0, and the right one which is equal to column minus 1. After this we run the loop in which we will check if top is less than equal to bottom and left is less than equal to right, so that we will not get, as we have to stop at one condition. So these are the base conditions. After that we have to run for loops in the direction top to right, right to bottom, then bottom to left and left to top. So we will write int I equal to left, I less than equal to right, I plus plus, and we push the values in the result vector. So that will be matrix of top I. Initially the top is 0 and it will be fixed and we want the row, so that's why matrix of 0 0 is 1, matrix of 0 1, that is left, we move from left to right. After that we increment the top, then we have to write a loop from top to bottom. So that will be for int I equal to top, I less than equal to bottom, I plus plus, and we push the values in the result vector. So that will be I and right, and then we will do right minus minus. As we have to write two more for loops, I am just copying it and pasting it. And here we change the direction. So first will be right to left, and we must have to change the less than to greater than, and it will be decremented. Similarly the fourth loop will be bottom to top, and it will be greater than sign, and it will be minus minus. And here we store bottom, it will be I. Similarly, it will be I and it will be left. And in the third loop, we decrement the bottom. And in the fourth loop, we increment the left. But this is not the complete program. We must have to check two more conditions. If top is less than equal to bottom, which means that if top is greater than bottom, suppose the top will be at third row and the bottom will be at second row. It will be wrong if the top and bottom will overlap. As this condition, we only traverse valid and unvisited parts, avoiding duplicates. And similarly, we have to write one condition for the left and right, that will be left is less than equal to right. This condition also ensure that the left and right do not get passed through each other. After the while loop, we return our result vector. Let's run this code. Submit it. Since we are traversing the elements only once, the time complexity will be big O of n plus m, where n is row and column is m, and its space complexity is big O of n into m, since we are using vector for result, but its auxiliary space is big O of 1. The vector of int result is necessary, as we must have to return vector in the function. And that's it. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.